So anyway, thank you again for being with us. And some of you, or most of you, heard me describe briefly the short history of Dharma College, the building being acquired in late 2009, a lot of work on the infrastructure taking place. We then, starting in the summer of 2011, last summer, had a series of lectures on Saturday afternoons, as well as an art exhibit that ran for several months. And we had an official kickoff opening to welcome us to the downtown community in September. And we held an open house in conjunction with organizations that occupy the other two buildings here on Harold Way, the Tibetan Aid Project, which is right next door, and then further down the Mangalam Centers for Buddhist Translation Studies and related research. And it was based on that open house that we really derived our initial complement of students who registered that day and in the days following for courses that began in October and ran into November. And we have adopted for the rest of 2013 a 6 weeks rolling series of terms, and the one for the winter term beginning next Wednesday, the 16th. So I'm going to start by giving just a bit of an overview of the kind of material that we discuss in the Dharma College curriculum, and then Robin will talk more about the schedule itself and maybe say a few things that could be of guidance to you in selecting a course. We want to be available to you afterwards between 12 and 12:30. The faculty members and Robin and I will be available to talk to you if you want a little guidance on making a course selection. We've tried to offer things at different times of the day and times of the week to suit everyone's potential schedule. So you will have heard and seen in the materials that we have to describe ourselves an emphasis on the mind. And all of the initial courses that we have taught and will continue to teach in this winter term are based on a manuscript which is currently in the final editing process for publication but is not yet published, called Revelations of Mind. It's written by the founder of Dharma College, Tartang Tulku, who is a trained master teacher in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. His idea for the founding of this school and the exploration of the subject of mind is broader, though, than what we might think of as traditional Buddhist studies. A couple of you have already asked questions today about how is Dharma College different from the Enigma Institute, which is and has for 40 years been teaching Buddhist meditation, Dharma studies that are directly related to the lineage of Tibetan Buddhism. The founder of Dharma College had a broader idea in mind that we would explore the subject of mind, not as part of a teaching of Buddhism, but as an exploration of sort of the fusion of Eastern and Western approaches to the study of subjects like the mind, our relationship to our minds, how our realities are affected by the habits of mind, and so forth. So this little mini class we've titled Making Friends with Mind, and you may have seen some of advertising or posters or whatever where the slogan, "Make friends with your mind," has been employed. So I just wanted to spend a few minutes before Robin talks about scheduling, exploring that subject in the way that we would do in our classes here at Dharma College. So the concept of making friends with mind obviously involves two major topics, the mind and friendship. And all of the courses, as I've said, do have as the jumping off point the idea of the study of mind not as a theoretical matter, but from an experiential standpoint. Our experiences and how we perceive of ourselves as relating to the operations of our mind. So since this is what we do in class, I'm going to ask for a little reaction from you on the topic of what are some of the functions that you believe are performed by your mind? Anybody, quickly.
Planning.
Planning?
Decision making.
Decision making. Anything else? Planning, decision making. Emotional life.
Problem solving.
Problem solving.
Interpreting our environment.
Interpreting the environment. These are great, excuse me? Creating problems. Very good.
Very good.
Come back for the 12:30 mini class. To be continued. No, very, very good. Any other?
Memory.
Memory, yes, the storehouse of prior experience. Yes, exactly.
One follow-up question. Now I want you to tell me, is there anything in your experience that doesn't involve your mind? Good, silence, that's right. Excellent, excellent. So we're beginning to demonstrate for you the importance of the subject.